everyone, welcome to today's workout. Today we're going to be doing a bit of functional strength training. So what does that mean, you might be thinking? It means that today's workout is going to be very movement based. So really focusing on the quality of our movement and improving that while still also strength training. So today I have 9 exercises for us. Each are going to be 60 seconds long with 10 seconds break in between. And we're going to repeat that circuit twice. You'll need minimal equipment. I just have a light mini band. If you have one, you can use that. If not, you can do the exact same exercises without it. So make sure you have your screen nearby so that you can follow along and hear my cues. And without further ado, let's get into the workout. All right, so we've got 10 seconds to prepare. Our first exercise, we're going to start on our mats. We're going to get into tabletop position, and we're going to be doing cat camels. So we'll start our 60 seconds now. Take a nice deep breath in. We're going to arch our spine, push the ground away from us, and try to get our spine as high, as close to the ceiling as we can. Exhale and extend in the opposite direction. So pull the ribs towards the floor. And just rotate between breaths for 60 seconds. We're just focusing on mobility of our spine, quality of movement. Try to get as much flexion and extension in the spine as you can. A few more seconds. All right, we have 10 seconds to switch into our next exercise. We're going to stay on our mats and we're going to get into mountain climber position. So high plank position. We're doing very slow and controlled mountain climbers. Try to get that knee all the way to the elbow. Going for 60 seconds. Take breaks as you need to. Modify to your own pace. And try to exhale with each squeeze. Nice and slow. Push the floor away from you. Should really be feeling this in your core. Abs should be burning. We're almost there. Time. Ooh. Okay, we're transitioning. 5 more seconds. We're starting our next exercise. We're doing lateral lunges with rotation. So nice wide stance. We're reaching opposite hand to opposite foot and rotating the spine as much as we can. Back to center and the other side. Alternating sides for 60 seconds. Try to sit into your heel rather than your toes, just to take some pressure off your knees. Ten more seconds. A few more each side. All right, quick rest, a few seconds, shake it out if you need to. Next one, we're getting onto our mats again. Into tabletop position, we're doing bird dog. So keeping our core tight, our spine neutral with minimal movement, we're extending opposite arm, opposite leg, exhaling, touching knee to elbow if you can. So again, minimal movement of the spine. We're doing 30 seconds each side. Switching sides. Nice and slow. Squeeze the abs when you bring the elbow to the knee. Time. Nice job. All right, next one, we're gonna grab our mini bands. We're going to be on our backs, and we're doing a version of the dead bug. So if you have the mini band, it goes around your feet, knees stacked over hips, arms in front of us. We are keeping one leg stable as we drop the other. Squeeze the abs to bring the leg back. And again, this is all about stability and having minimal movement in the spine. We're alternating legs. And go at your own pace. If you start to feel this in your lower back, that's a sign that our core is kind of giving up on us, so we need to take a little break. Or think about bringing the ribs and the hips together. That can help too. A few more seconds. Nice job. All right, we're hanging onto our band, but we're coming up off the mat. Whew. Next one, band goes around our wrists. We're getting into a high plank position. You can use your knees for this one if you need to. If you can, nice wide stance with the feet. We're walking our hands out to the side, back to center, and then we're doing a push-up. All right, so again, use your knees if you have to. Walk the hands out, bring them back in, into a nice push-up. Keep those belly buttons nice and high. We're almost there. Keep it up. A few more. Whew. Time. Oh boy. All right, well, let's keep the bands around our wrist. Give this a quick fix. Next exercise, bands around the wrist. We're keeping a bit of tension. Chin tucked in, we're rolling all the way down. With tension in the band, you're walking your hands out as far as you can. With straight legs, you're going to inch your feet all the way back up. We're going to repeat that for 60 seconds. Keep that tension in the band and squeeze abs together as you inch your feet back in. And don't forget to breathe. For one more. Time. Nice job. Keeping the band around our wrist. We can sit down, kneel, sit on your butt, whatever you like. Elbows glued into the sides. Shoulders pulled down and away from the ears. We're going to try to pull that band apart as much as we can. It's a very small movement, keeping the elbows glued to the sides. Palms should be facing up, and we're working on that external rotation of the shoulder. Great exercise for posture. Whoops. You might have this rolling issue if you're using a rubber band like me. That's all right. Nice tiny movement. Pop that chest out as you pull the band apart. Nice and slow. Few more. Time. Nice job. All right, last exercise. We're not using the band. we're transitioning from downward dog to cobra. So for downward dog, nice straight knees if you can, nice straight legs. We're gonna push the ground away from us as we come into this downward dog position. And from here, you can transition into cobra. So nice and gently, we're relaxing the lower body. And we're extending the spine, pushing the ground away. And then back into downward dog. And you can transition when it feels good for you. And you can transition however it feels good for you. I'm just trying to get that good movement and extension of the spine, stretch of the hamstrings. A few more seconds. Time. Nice job. So that's the end of the first circuit. We're gonna repeat it one more time. We start in 3 seconds. So we're back to tabletop position and we're doing our cat camels. Inhale, arch that spine nice and high, push the ground away from you. Exhale, extend, pull the ribs to the floor. And again, just rotate between the two when it feels right for you. We're almost there, a few more. All right, staying on our mat, we have 10 seconds. Our next exercise is the slow mountain climbers. So, check out those wrists into high plank position. We're bringing knee to elbow, nice and slow with a big squeeze. Go at your own pace and modify as you have to. If you can just do the plank hold, that's perfect. You can just do the plank hold, that's totally fine. Sometimes this position, you can keep going. Sometimes this position can be hard on the wrist. You can make a fist and you can go on the fist. If you have the wrist strength, you do have to be careful that you don't hurt your wrist in this position, but this is another way. It's a little bit easier on the wrist. Time. Oh, shake out those arms. Now, we are transitioning into our lateral lunge. Nice wide stance, opposite hand to opposite foot, back to center. And we're focusing on that rotation of the spine. Again, try to sit into the heels instead of your toes, and that'll just save your knees a bit. Takes a little bit of pressure off them. All right, time. So we're coming onto our mat now. We're doing our bird dogs. So in tabletop position, we're extending opposite arm, opposite leg. Our 60 seconds starts now. Knee to elbow, minimal movement in the spine, and we're doing 30 seconds each side. switch sides. Really reach when you extend your arm and your leg. Try to extend them as much as you can. Time. All right, shake it up. In 5 seconds, we're gonna grab our mini bands, starting our dead bugs. So on our backs, mini bands around our feet. Knees stacked over hips. Again, with minimal movement in the spine, we're gonna drop one leg at a time. You have to put your hand on the stable knee to help. That can sometimes help the cheating of bringing your knees in too close. You don't want that. Oops. Getting confused with the exercises here. The ribs press down. Ribs and belly button press to the floor. Again, if your low back ever kicks in during an ab exercise, just take a few seconds to break. Get back into it when you're ready. Time. Woo. Nice job. Coming up. Check that out. We're keeping our mini bands. Mini bands go around our wrists. We're in the high plank position. Again, this is one that you might need to modify to use your knees. We're walking our hands out to the side, back to the center, into our push-up. If you can, without your knees, I challenge you to do that. A wider stance is helpful. For this one, nice and slow. Oh boy. Ten seconds left. Keep going. It's time. Okay. We're hanging onto our bands. Our bands stay around our wrists. We're doing our inchworms. So, chin tucked in, we're rolling all the way down, keeping tension in the band. You're walking your hands all the way out as far as you can with a stable core. And then you're inching your feet in, trying to keep straight legs. Tension in the band as you walk out. Keep the belly button nice and high, legs straight as you inch them in as close to you as you can. And time. All right, we're hanging on to our bands. In 5 seconds, we're gonna sit down. We're doing our external rotation, so palms to the ceiling, elbows in nice and tight. We're pulling that band apart as we pop our chest out, so chest is staying proud. We don't wanna overextend our spine, but we do want to try not to tuck our chest in as we pull the band apart. And if it rolls, it rolls. It's a nice tiny movement. The important part is to keep the elbows in nice and tight and squeeze the back together. There. Time. Oh, yes, can do that in the shoulders. All right, we're ditching the bend in 5 seconds. We're doing our last exercise, which is the downward dog to the cobra. So at your own pace, we're trying to keep our knees fully extended if you can and push that ground away. When you're ready, you can transition into the cobra position. We're just relaxing the lower body, extending the spine and pushing the ground away. And when you're ready, you can transition back into the downward dog. Maybe you want to walk your heels out a bit to really feel that hamstring stretch. Time. All right, nice job, guys. And that's it for today's functional strength training workout. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. If you did, let me know with a thumbs up below, and I'll see you in the next one.